Hey guys! So today is going to be a sketch a day video coming from Tumblr again, inspired from this picture that I found on there. And yes, I know that we've been doing a lot of creepy videos lately, and this is going to be another one, but it's going to be really important if you are dealing with some things in your life like self-confidence and anxiety, because that's what I get from this picture. So let's get started on drawing. So the reason why I chose this picture and why I wanted to draw it and just really loved it, when I first saw it on scrolling through Tumblr, I was like, oh my gosh, this picture is it. It describes anxiety, self-consciousness, everything that I deal with, and I know a lot of you guys deal with too. I get so many messages and letters sent to my P.O. box and emails and stuff about you guys saying that you feel self-conscious and anxiety, especially when I finally told you guys about my anxiety and everything that I had growing up in my Draw My Life video, and that's why I decided to do this. It has this really creepy monster over this guy, and I wanted to make it into more of a girl, so not only that I could relate to it, but more people and you guys could relate to it. I think an older guy with glasses that was originally intended, and I don't know, I just felt like it needed to be a female character. So if you can't tell by the original character in the art piece and the one I'm drawing here, it is being silenced by this monster, but in reality, it's like the person being silenced is the one who created this monster, because their arm itself is turning into the monster, and behind it is this dark figure with their hands over their mouth. And it just reminds me how anxiety, self-consciousness, and fear can be built up inside of us and turned into whatever creature or form we turn into it in our brains. It could be depicted as a deep, dark secret or monster in our heads, and sometimes it feels like it controls our bodies, and we take on different characteristics on whatever we're feeling at the moment. And I know that anxiety, it can be crippling, and you don't want to leave your house, and it makes you self-conscious, and it just sucks. And I know that this depicts the worst parts of it and turning into parts of this monster, and you don't know what to do. Sometimes you feel trapped. But I'm here to tell you, if you're just on the internet all night on the weekend alone, if you're feeling lonely and maybe depressed, that it's going to be okay. Sometimes we have to battle these rough storms because it not only teaches us lessons, but it guarantees us some sort of safety in the future, and that we're going to grow as a human, and when you're older you're going to know how to deal with these feelings better. I'm not going to say everything's going to be completely better, but this bad storm you're going through tests how strong your anchor is in your life and how deep your roots are, whether that be family or friends, or in general, if you don't have family and friends, how you deal with it yourself. So that's kind of my take on self-consciousness and anxiety and how it took form in this random creature in this drawing. And I hope you guys like how this turned out too. I wanted to use dark pencil, and I also wanted to do this because from now, this whole week and maybe the next week, I'm only going to do videos every other day probably, because I'm going to be stockpiling because VidCon is around the corner. And I wanted to announce that I'm going to VidCon in this video too, because I know that some people are really self-conscious and scared to be in public. But if you are also going to be at VidCon from August 1st to the 3rd, I think it is, I'm going to be there, so don't be afraid. Give me a big hug, because I'm probably just going to be just as nervous as you are. And we're going to have so much fun. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I was actually listening to Phantom Planet while I was drawing this, if you wanted to know. Their album Raise the Dead was perfect for this drawing. I don't know why. It just loved it and fit it perfectly while I was drawing it. And enough with my rambling. Thank you guys so much for listening, and if I can't see you at VidCon, know that I still love you just as much to pieces, and I hope that one day we could meet each other someday. And I'm going to be there with Graveyard Girl, and all my other friends. I'm definitely going to try to see everybody and meet everybody. And I just wanted to make this random rambling vlog just to hope to help someone out there, because I know what it feels like to be depressed, have anxiety, and be stressed out and worried and self-conscious. And even those YouTubers you love and who are probably going to be at VidCon too are just as nervous to see you as you may be to see them. Well, maybe I'm just speaking for myself. Let me know down in the comments below if you ever felt self-conscious or have had anxiety, because I'm sure it could help someone in knowing that they're not alone and that it's going to be okay later on. Thumbs up if you guys like the sketch a day videos. And I love you guys so much, and I will definitely be seeing you soon. Even if it's not on VidCon, I'll always be here for you. Bye. Made it into a skin helmet. That sounds weird and gross.
And you're going to wait for that to dry for a couple minutes and then get some more liquid latex for a second layer. I am so sorry if you have to do this. It is disgusting and really hard to take off your face. Get it all around your head, girl. One's going to be bigger than the other, and the other one's going to be a little bit off to the side and kind of smaller because he kind of has a derp face.